Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. And I want you to know that it's absolutely a pleasure being able to come before you and share with you some of the things of life that seems to be so rare that it's almost like it's a secret. It's not a secret by hiding itself from anyone intentionally, except if you're asleep, you can't see it. You know, I was just kind of thinking about a news bulletin or something I had read in the paper someplace about. No, I think it was on the morning news that a statement was being made about Jeb Bush and his intentions for running for president in 16. And there were people, pushing this Bush. And I was reminded about a few years back when Jesse Jackson said, stay out of these bushes. Don't be messing with the bushes. And then I began to think about American people. You know, I've seen some crazy things happen, and I have spoken about it quite frequently because sometimes it seems as though the general public are not aware of these things. However, when I think about these bushes, I'm reminded that there was a Bush called Prescott Bush. It was a H. Bush dad. And that he, played the game of life and had some dealings in association with the war that Hitler was doing during World War II. He was one of the figures that is to be recognized if you're studying history, if you're concerned about things that's happening, good or bad. I don't know how you felt about World War II. But then you think about his son, how they start talking about a new world order. I mean, a new world order. That was an amazing thing. An amazing thing, talking about a new world order. These are the kind of people who have taken your jobs and sent them overseas. And you get a phone call, somebody asking for a bill, and it's coming out of India, China somewhere. And you sitting people on the street, got no jobs, nothing like that. But that's the way of the world. And this man talking about a new world order. Whatever is fitting to cause this here to happen, let's make sure we can put it all under one umbrella. And one power and one control will be responsible for the existing of poverty, crime and violence, or prosperity. But whatever happens, it'll be at our discretion. So says that whoever would be at the top and rule in the New World Order. And the people would have to be subject to that. Now that kind of sounds like imprisoning to me. And then you have a guy that goes to war to do some things that further the cause of the New World Order. Then another son come into office. And he does some real strange things, If you check out the media that is controlled by those who associate with the New World Order, then you don't have this information. But by the grace of goodness and love, there are means for information to be delivered to you. And if you are aware of it, you find out now this son Bush playing his role in the New World Order. A new world order, justice, success, and prosperity of his people and power. So they are complicit in World Trade Center. No weapons of mass destruction, but thousands of people are killed. And American citizens are over there killing people for no reason whatsoever, except they are under the control of a power that's bigger than them. And this power is anti-love. This power is greed. This power is dirt. This power is hate. This power is the devil. But we're under the control of it, so we got our guns and we're killing and dying for this kind of stuff. And we find out later that it was all copy cook, whatever fake. And you've been had to play this role in it, and as someone said, you can come back home after killing other folks and the police will shoot your mother in the back, and you won't do a thing about it because you're controlled here again. You're controlled. You come back, and the hypnosis is taken away from you, and you become a slave. Well, you've always been a slave. You just didn't know it. And now, after all this has happened, and all the people in the United States of America, and the only thing you can think of is another Bush. These other two have been so low down and dirty to other people that I believe they are, according to the world court, got a warrant for their arrest for the way they have played a role in the destruction of humanity. Now, and you want another Bush. Now, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? That says that you are just like the Bush. You are controlled just like the Bushes are controlled. Now, the Bushes, they are playing a role, but they are controlled as well. And you are buying into it, and you're being controlled. You're the ones who, if a rebellion took place, you would be against those who are rebelling, as if their pain does not matter. Well, that's because of the training that you got. Well, that's my reason for being here, to try to enlighten, to bring that to your thought. You already know it. But this is what is happening if you would bring in a Bush. You know, they are selling out the country. Selling out the country. Taking the country into an alliance with a North American alliance. And without the consent of the people. They pass laws that violate the Constitution. You know what I'm talking about. That Homeland Security thing. Violating the Geneva Convention in reference to war. As I mentioned earlier. Complicit to destruction of the World Trade Center. Lying to the public and going into war and destroying and killing on a lie. Now, I want to bring that back to your thinking again. Because for an American to consider a Bush is an act of insanity. You know? And that is all the New World Order needs to jump into the saddle. Is an insane public. Now, the question is, do you believe you're insane? Of course not. But let me tell you something. This is a battle that we cannot win. Those of you who say you love the Lord, this is a battle that you cannot win playing it the way the world plays it. And if you play it the way the world plays it, you only play it because you really haven't matured to a higher truth. And so you restrict yourself and bind yourself from your potential by the limits of your understanding of your truth. And so it is my duty, it is my responsibility, it is my desire to take the moment to come before you and tell you some truth. You know, we cannot win acting as Cain. We either become complicit, as Adam did with Eve, and suffer the same fate, or we please the Creator, as did Abel, and reap the victory. Now, you do not know how Abel got that victory. You don't have any idea how Abel got that victory. But you know what? I'm going to stop here right now. And if you want to find out how Abel got that victory, come to part 2, okay? All right. Bye-bye.